Harold, with the question there, if SPeeKa had to sum up OG2 in a word, what would it be and what would you say OG2 represents? I'm gonna have to go super corny with it, right? It's a very corny answer, super corny. The word that I would choose to describe OG2 personally for me is love, right? Why love? Love because it's an ode to not just hip hop, but pretty much every art form that I am particularly obsessed with, right? So it's hip hop, obviously being at the very top of the list because hip hop is the genre that I'm using to express this love. And then I also give a shout out or props to Kwaito as well, because there are songs there where I sampled Kwaito. And Kwaito was the very beginning of me discovering my creative spirit. I mean, I have the words Kwaito, my beginning, tattooed on my skin. And it means exactly that. It was the beginning of when I discovered Uguti. No, man, actually, I'm a creative, you know? Kwaito opened me up. Okay, so I was like, okay, I love this Kwaito thing. Oh, wait, there's also this hip hop thing. Oh, man, there are films and stuff. Oh, man, you know? So Kwaito was the very beginning of me discovering my love for the arts in general. So definitely my love for Kwaito is expressed in OG2. I also give a young nod, believe it or not, to stand-up comedy. There's a song there where I sample a clip from a very, very classic stand-up comedy special from Eddie Murphy called Raw. It was released in, I think, in the late 80s, probably 86, 87, 88, somewhere there. So yeah, an ode to stand-up comedy as well, which I'm a huge fan of. And also an ode to my family. By my family, I mean my immediate family, right? Which is my late father, my mother, and my younger sister. So my father, obviously, he's the main man on the artwork, right? He's the main man on the artwork. The album, goes without saying, is dedicated to his memory, right? Because this is a gentleman who, before, unfortunately, he left us, the support for what I do was there, was there. So obviously a nod to him, a nod to my mother, who, okay, I'm spoiling the album, but okay, since I need to head all the funua, so I'll just have to, yeah. So my mother also makes an appearance on OG2 in the form of an audio clip, right? And my sister too. So those are things that are super important to me as a person and as a music producer. Hip hop, Kwaito, film, I forgot to mention as well. It's an ode to film because the visuals for Organized Grime 2, most of them are gonna have some reference to film, right? If you've seen the visuals for the first single, which is Yenos Han, I reference my all-time favorite film, which is Goodfellas. I reference a scene from Goodfellas in the music video, and I will be referencing other films for the other songs on the album, right? So definitely an ode to film as well. So it's hip-hop, Kwaito, film, stand-up comedy, and my family. So if there's one word that I'm going to pick to encompass all these things, it's love, because they have fueled all these things have fueled my love for the arts, because I have appreciation for other things outside of these art forms and my family. Things like I can appreciate a good poem if it's written well. I can appreciate an art piece, a painting, So yeah, if there's one word that I would use to sum up or, the project as a whole and my intention behind it and how it makes me feel, it 100% would be love. And the second part of your question is, what would you say OG2 represents? It represents all those things and myself, just as a human. Everything that has influenced me and my art, and pretty much everyone that I've met up until this very moment is as a result of my love for the arts. All my friends, like with the exception of my friends that I grew up with, everyone else that I've met along the way that has remained like my homies, I've met because of music, right? So OG2 represents everything that I am as a creative. That's why it's such an important project for me, you know. And yeah, that is a very, very dope question, Harold, and I hope I gave you a proper answer there.